Glass House, what's up? This your commish. These nuts. Here to do this week 13 recap for y'all boys, man. Um, had some heartbreakers, man. We had four teams fighting for the last two playoff spots. Of course, we knew the winner would make it in and the loser would be eliminated. You know what I'm saying? So there's two teams just sitting there just barely they barely missed out, man. But hey, this ain't the end of the road for y'all. Like I said, we doing a consolation playoffs where the winner of the consolation playoffs won't get no money, but you're gonna get the number one pick in the draft next year. And hey, man, that's worth playing for. You know what I'm saying? I wanted, this is my barbershop, y'all my dogs and shit. I mean, I see y'all more than I see most of the other people in my leagues, so I wanted to do something for y'all to make it interesting for these last couple of weeks, where other than just sitting around doing other stuff. So let's keep this league going, man. Check this out. First matchup: D's Nuts versus Cowboys Nation. That boy King was talking some shit, man. Early on in the week, he thought he had it. Oh, I should have been the number one seed, nigga. Please, number one seed. D's Nuts. That's what. 0 points from Vinatieri. Still whooped you, boy. 43 from that boy Patrick Mahomes. Remember that name? Nah, he ain't nobody special, man. I could just get another quarterback. 43. 43 from Mahomes, 31 from Gurley, 36 from Keenan Allen. Basically, that's all that did anything for me. Nobody else stepped up. But it was enough. It was enough to beat Cowboys Nation. 28 from Jameis Winston, 30 from Christian McCaffrey, and 20 from Odell for you. So guess what, man? Look, you're in the playoffs. That's the good news. Bad news is, hey, you got to play 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? These nuts gets the first round bye. Next matchup, I'm better than you versus Humbleway. It's one of those matchups where the winner goes to the playoffs and the loser goes to the consolation bracket. Well, in this case, the loser was I'm better than you, losing to Humbleway 119 to 134. Humbleway was led by Devontae Adams with 23, and just basically a good, solid overall team effort. Nobody had a huge game other than Adams with his 93 yards and a touchdown. Tom Brady was the next highest score with 19. As for I'm better than you, you had uh, you had nobody who scored 20 points. Rogers got you 19. Adam Humphries got you 19. You got 0 from Traquan Smith on Thursday, so I know that hurt. And Randall Cobb gave you 5 points. So I'm better than you. Go on and keep fighting for that number one spot in the draft next year. Humble way, you get to play in the first round of the playoffs, man. Do your thing. Next matchup, Maury versus Wentz it off. This is a close one. Didn't really have any playoff implications. Wentz it off won, 145 to 134 to Maury, who was 3-9 to finish 3-9-1 to finish off the season. Wentz it off had 22 from Cam. AJ Green got him one before he got hurt and is out for the rest of the season. I'm so glad I ain't trade for him. AB gave you 31. As for Maury, only Deshaun Watson showed up with 20 points. That was it. Oh, now the Colts defense gave you 22. You got 18 from Cortland Sutton and Dalvin Cook. So I guess you'll be in the consolation playoffs also, trying to get that number one pick in the draft next year. Um, and for Wentz it off, you get the first round bye in your division. Next matchup, we got Pats Haitians versus Wowo 954. And Wowo 954, you end up losing this one. Low score of the week. With 3-10 record, that's the worst record of the league. But nonetheless, still get that chance to get that number one seed next year. So it ain't over. I see you doing a lot of ad drops and so on and so forth. So I guess keep doing your thing, man. Pats Haitians, same situation for you. Consolation playoffs. 126 was your score. You had 23 from Golden Tate, 38 from Travis Kelsey, and then everybody else pretty much shit the bed for you. So I guess y'all boys go at it next week. Next matchup: CMR Canes versus the Braveheart Bandits. Braveheart Bandits finish off the season strong with a W. the record wasn't too strong, 5-8. CMR Canes, you finish off kind of on a weak note, 99 points. That ain't good going into the playoffs, but the good news is you made the playoffs. You had nobody top, well, you had the Texans of 22, and your kicker gave you 19, and then nobody else had more than 14 points. You had 5 guys with 7 points or less. As for Braveheart Bandits, 28 from Philip Lindsay, 20 from the Eagles defense, and that was it, man. Mark Ingram and Tyrell Williams gave you 4-2. D.D. Westbrook gave you 5. Anyways, you go on to play for that number 1 seed, number 1 draft pick, I should say, and CMR Canes. You will be playing in the first round of the playoffs. Next matchup. This was one of those 2 final spots. And Ordinary Guys played Pilo. Pilo is the second highest scoring team in the league, so he came into this one the favorite. But unfortunately for him, Ordinary Guys weren't having that shit. Phillip Rivers, 30 points. Phil Rivers. Phil Rivers, 30 points. Zeke gave you 25. And that was Tyler Lockett gave you 18 points. As for you, Mr. Pilo, 22 from James Conner. And bro, that was it, man. Greg the Leg gave you 17 points. So, Pilo, you're out. You're eliminated from the playoffs. But once again, you do this consolation thing, get that number 1 pick. All right, Ordinary Guys, you'll be playing in the first round. Okay, so let me go over this playoff matchups for y'all right quick, man. In all my other leagues, like I said, I ban people from ads, drops, waivers, and all the other shit if they ain't make the playoffs, but you guys still playing for something, so everybody can still do all ads, drops, and so on and so forth. Let me go over this playoff seeding for y'all. Of course, like I said before, myself and Wencedoff will get the first round bye. The first round we'll have 2 matchups, one between Ordinary Guys and Humbleway, and the next one is going to be against will be with Cowboys Nation against CMR Canes. As for the consolation bracket, Pilo and Pat's Haitians get the first round bye. Braveheart Bandits will play Maori, and I'm Better Than You will play WoWo 954. All right. These matchups do reseed, so basically the highest score, the highest seeding guy will play the lowest seeding guy in the next round. So it isn't just going to remain. You're not going to remain in the same brackets next week. It's going to be based on the seeding. So yeah, the brackets do reseed each week. So hey man, that's what it is, dog. I'll be taking me a little break. You know what I'm saying? I'll be chilling, watching the games and just making sure none of my dudes get hurt. As what went it off. But the rest of y'all boys, man, I wish y'all good luck, man. Do y'all thing because it's one and done from this point on, man. One and done. You lose, you go home. That's it. All right. I'm going to holler at y'all boys next week for that week 14, or should I say round 1 of the playoffs recap. All right. Glass House. It's this D's nuts, man. I'm out. Peace.